It will be tapped, so for now it's fine, we're just setting up. And we have tons of reanimation spells, so it should be fine. Like, if this dies, it doesn't matter too much. It might be a control deck, by the way. Alright, so this is the turn when we swing face. No priority. Man, those things are crazy right now. Turn 2, no removal. It could be a counter spell, right? So I think we go with Overlord. The faster, the better. And it might get countered. No way. No, it actually went through. Alright. I mean, let's take the only creature we can. Our opponent kinda knows what the deck is about. We already have some creatures in the graveyard. You cannot take Avatar, don't forget. It takes return a non-Avatar creature card. Our opponent is absolutely enjoying new standard with slower cards that are very powerful in the longer games. We go for this guy. And we see what we can get, right? What do we want to discard? I think we already have Ardyn. Nope. So let's take one Ardyn, especially that this one was revealed, so they know about it. There is a creature tapped, but it doesn't matter. And now they need to answer this, so we cannot get their animation effect. Let's see. It feels like Azorius Control completely. Let's play a land. We actually are super short on the red mana. Do we drop it already? I can just get the creature with Fateful, which is a pretty big deal. Let's go. I think it won't work fully, but I will risk it, because if it works, the game is instantly over. Don't forget we have double combat phase. So I'm doing this because this can get removed and it cannot be countered. So this is the only turn where we get a freebie in a way. So now our opponent has to use removal for it, which means that hopefully this will work a little bit better on the next turn. I don't expect this to go through, but man, no way. No way. I'm going for the Overlord because that means attack trigger, potentially twice with fear of... Oh, never mind. That's authority of course. This card always gets me. It's fine, guys. It's fine. So do we go with Valgavoth? I think we just go Fateful. This is 1 mana spell that is very hard to counter, and then we can do stuff. Is there a chance? Okay, how do you exactly work? Whenever this creature attacks for the first time, if they are untap target creature after the... So I can actually untap and attack with this. This is how it works. It's such a weird interaction, but you can target different creature. You still get the additional combat phase, and... Oh my god. Well, this is not bad. Are you serious? It cannot attack on this turn, but it can on the next one, and this already can attack. Man, fear of missing out with this deck is insane. Are you serious? When I have to say, fear of missing out with Ardyn is actually insane, because you get double combat phase and double triggers, on top of double attacks. We'll keep this guy. It's kinda important to keep their animation going. They cannot Sunfall on the next turn, which means that those creatures might die, but they won't get exiled. At least not the ones that are no token. Our opponent is stealing some... Oh, they can! They can steal our land and get to the 5th one. Alright, let's see, let's see. If we get swept, we just do it all over again. But we need to fill the graveyard first with fear of missing out. Don't forget that pool can be a lethal later. Survive, so they also get a nice draw. Our opponent is preparing for the big play. Let's see if they have it. Day of Judgment, way better, because it actually doesn't, clear the board fully. And they're tapped, so this is probably Rakdos Joins Up. Let's go. We got swept, let's continue. And now we have double combat phase. Oh man, but we don't attack on this turn, right? It has to attack at least once, for the activation. But it's still a ton of value, man. And now we can get more creatures into the graveyard. I think we go for this guy. It's indestructible, so it should be nice. Bro, we just keep going. Don't forget, we literally got swept turn ago, and we are playing against authority, which is really good to counter our strategy. Like, we are going worst case scenario here. We need to kinda close the game within a reasonable time, because this Realmbreaker will get us sooner or later. Let's play a land. Definitely low on the red mana as well, but fortunately we are mostly playing black cards here. Alright, we surveil. They have tons of mana, so this turn will be very, very scary. Don't forget this one is legendary, so we cannot, get multiples. We can go for push and pull at some point. And maybe we can just go for Kotis. Oh my god, did I get mind game like absolute crazy? Or that was a random rope? Probably the second one. I actually don't want this card, so that was a bad call. So what can we do? We will go for Kotis, right? It will be tapped, but we'll untap it. I think this is good enough. Our opponent might be waiting with another sweeper, but this one is indestructible, right? You are indestructible. Exactly. And it can start attacking actually very quickly. Let's hit for 11. Man, the damage is ridiculous. And now we can untap this guy and it will attack because we have Steel Delirium. Like, fear of missing out with this is actually, man, wild. Like, we're hitting with haste through authority of the consoles, and our opponent just cannot keep up. So what is the play for this turn? Mono Black doesn't handle this very well. We might miss, so that's a little bit of risk, but I think it's worth it. Black cannot really interact with this, so they will waste the turn. Thank you. You see a creature, you are happy, and this creature can even, be a removal, so that's very nice. Our opponents should already know what they are playing against, so since this turn, they will probably prepare. Wouldn't be surprised with Annex or Duress. Here you go, Annex or Duress. One of the two. Duress to prevent reanimation, and Annex to, just be ahead. So what can we go for? Fear of missing out. We want to prepare, and we want to keep drawing more cards. And against Mono Black, I think we go for Atraxa. Carnosaur is nice, but a little bit on the lower value side, it doesn't draw like 6-7 cards. Arcfiend, very scary, but we have Triumph. The damage is painful though. So this is a great turn to set up. Alright, I think we have everything. So we will definitely beat their Triumph and attack. Maybe activate this. What do we have? Creature, Sorcery, and the land. So when we play instant, we get double combat phase. That's nice. And we play it on the next turn. So I will go with the Pylons. See if we can surveil a very cool creature into the graveyard. Perfect. Now we manual tap. I should draw first. The correct way to play Magic is to draw first. Because you might draw something that changes your decision. So let's show some quality Magic here. We will discard... I think this one is fine. I will just go with a land here. This land. I don't want this one. Alright, good. Oh, and we got Zombify. Really good. We still have to remove stuff. Do we discard something? We have Zombify, so I think we can. Not sure what, to be honest. I want to go with I will go with Overlord. I just want to make sure that we have both of those options in case they duress. We have, activated Delirium, so that's already double attack. Not the biggest deal, but it helps to pressure them. From 20 they will go to 14 if they don't get a demon. So, that's a pressure that forces them to make a demon. Hopefully. Cut down really good for them because it doesn't cost too much mana. Demon Wall is average because it triggers Annex, but it doesn't pressure us. Unless they spend the whole next turn. And now, you know what has to happen. Faithful is a little bit worse here as a card because it costs 5 mana and Zombify is 4 mana. So we will go with this one because we exactly have 5 mana. I guess I could go for the haste. Okay, maybe that was the better play because we would get the life gain. But with Atraxa it shouldn't matter too much. Like, we will outvalue them super hard right now. And we have Zombify for the next turn, so we can just do it on the next turn. Alright, guys, you know what has to happen. Reanimation until end of time. Instant, you are a creature. I will go with this. Alright, that should be good. Just a whole new hand. The Atraxa Classic, as we call it. And what do we discard? I don't want to go for Carnosaur. I will use it as a removal. And it goes to the graveyard anyway. So we will just go with Pylons probably. Alright, that's fine. They can deal some damage, but not enough. And Atraxa was not exiled, so they kinda need to hold mana for another removal, I guess. This might be their best play. And Annex is pretty good, man. Like, double Annex is actually a ton of pressure because, you know, I can do stuff. Yeah, that's about it with quality commentary. Let's go for Zombify, and I will get haste on this one, because we absolutely need stuff. And with Atraxa we'll never run out of cards, like we'll just Zombify forever for the rest of the game. I kinda like Valgavoth, we can discard it. Oh, this is the card, this is the card. We will discard this, we get Reanimation, Instant, and a land. Let's go for this. No, we have enough. Let's just go for this. We actually didn't hit Ardyn, so maybe I should still survey a little bit. Now we go for the haste. It's worth it. We just need one hit so we, you know, get the sweet lifelink. And we have enough reanimation stuff so we can just play this, and if it dies, it dies. It's fine. Bro, we even have the Overlord. I forgot about this one. Oh, this feels like, man, I could not be more happy. So what do we go for? Bitter Triumph is nice. Push and Pull is amazing. I think we go for this guy. Probably 3 mana for removal is not worth it at this point, because our threats are so much better, and I still want Push and Pull. Eclipse, alright. They need 3 more of those. No, I mean, they're working for it. So obviously they don't seem to be having Atraxa removal, so they're doing what they can. But you will feel that, well, Atraxa, since forever, is a pretty decent card. Man, I remember times where this wasn't played and everyone was like, this is such a cool creature, why we don't sit? Well, now we do. Now we do. I think we just go with Push and Pull, man. There's no way they will beat it, right? Let's go for Valgavoth. And Fear of Missing Out, because then we get double combat phase, maybe. You know, whatever you choose, it should work out pretty decently. And don't forget, on the next turn we can beat a Reunion, Zombify, and do it all over again. Rakdos Joins Up can also be a nice, you know, way to do it, because it, you know, does the stuff. Alright, they went instantly for Fear, but that's the last removal. And we don't need more lands at this point, we just keep the value, and here it goes. Oh, I can cast it. That's very nice. Let's go for it. Maybe we can, you know, get more. That's 16 damage, so we're close to killing our opponent, and we are back to 30. As you can see, Push and Pull absolutely devastating in this deck. Not only you get all those triggers, but you know, you also get, you know, usually instant life gain. With Ardyn it gets even better because you reanimate it, and then the creature that Ardyn gets is kinda permanent because it's not reanimated with Push and Pull. Our opponent is absolute fighter, I can respect it. However, is that enough? We still have 0 Ardyns from 4 of in the deck, so that's wild. I think we just go for Bitter Triumph on... No, we just go Rakdos Joins Up. If we Zombify, we can swing on this turn. Okay, this is a forced block. Let's go, alright. So first, we go Colorless Mana. We go for this. Because we can hit Ardyn, which would be... Well, I guess we discard first. Let's go for Overlord. Alright, that's fine. Now we go Zombify. We get... You guessed it! Oh man, we could go Valgavoth. I have enough cards, I can just go Valgavoth here. It will be such a pain to remove. Of course, no haste, just making sure. Now we get the haste, so of course our opponent needs to block, otherwise they are dead, so we go back to 34. But I have to say, see, double Annex and 3 cards a turn are really keeping them alive here. And nope. Bro, we actually need Ardyn. We have 4 of those in the last 20 cards, basically. So they can probably remove Valgavoth, I wouldn't be surprised with it, but we'll just continue doing this. But the life gain actually matters a lot. Alright, they're going for another demon, because they will never run out of gas until end of the game. They have 4 life gain a turn, and we are getting drained pretty heavily. I think it's 1 Bitter Triumph. It's a great card, but we prefer this to, you know, get the big stuff. Alright, definitely not what we wanted here. Do we just go Atraxa? Again? How can we get Ardyn the fastest? I actually cannot get it now, so let's go for this. This also will deal tons of damage every time they answer a legendary, so that should be a nice finisher. And let's go Atraxa because our hand is a little bit light, and let's make it less light. Here you go, all the Ardyns, and we can get haste even. Okay, that's man, we can actually get it on this turn. This is great. Alright, maybe we can go for a kill move on the next turn. I can deal 9 damage, but I also need to kill Lily. I think it's double Bitter Triumph. We can hit face. I think they will have demons, so I'm not going for Annex Lethal. So we can swing face, get them to 2, which doesn't matter as much as you might think, or we just go for Lily. Or we kill Liliana with Triumph. Yeah, I think this is the best play. We'll keep pushing them. And we want Ardyn in the graveyard, because they cannot really do anything about it. On the next turn, the turn will be incredibly devastating. Oh, I was sure I can attack on this turn. It's fine. It's fine. Because we have 1 Bitter Reunion, and of course we are saving it for the next turn. Okay. They need to hit Bitter Reunion. I think they might have more. If they don't answer Bitter Reunion, I think they will be dead. But let's see. Our opponent has tons of options. Alright. Back to 15. You can see that Annex is incredible card. Just keeps them going forever. But we should be able to do a lot here. Let's go for the Reunion. This is something we absolutely will play. We discard a land. And this is magic. Look at this. Oh my god. That is too slow. Like we needed it faster, I think. We just go for the kill. So we go Ardyn in. Okay, let's just go. It has to happen. Zombify. Let's go. Man, Final Fantasy cards in standard. This is just beautiful. Do we want to attack with Ardyn? Probably not, honestly. I think we just go with this guy. We'll discard this land, get something exactly the same, and let's play the Passage. Well, we can save it for later, I guess. Alright, so what is the card? Do I want to attack with this? They probably need to block the big creature. Let's see. I'm not fully decided on what creature we'll get. Let's see. Arcfiend probably not good enough. Valgavoth seems great. Carnosaur can hit something on top of this, but I think it might be so. I think it's just Valgavoth. It will be a 5/5, so it might die. Or maybe you just go for this guy. 5/5. Indestructible. I will go with this, because we are not seeing too much Kotis, and we absolutely should. So this is already tons of damage. If they don't... Well, Fear of Missing Out is a very nice block for them. I think we go like this, man. I will go like this. And we Delirium Atraxa, because that's the most damage. So now the point is that they have 2 little blockers, and they need to block all of those creatures, because each one of them does something absolutely devastating. And we still got lethal, I believe, because we have double Atraxa hit. Let's go for Slasher, because why not? And now we hit for 9, and that was lethal. We burned them through double Annex. Bro, this is beautiful. We actually see all the new cards that were suppressed for such a long time, man. It makes me so happy to see, like, Ferris, you know, like all the new decks basically that you didn't even, you know, had chance to see basically. So do we go for Fear of Missing Out, or we just go for Overlord? Let's go risky, because with this we fill the graveyard, so Zombify is an option, and we can fix the 4th land on the next turn. Alright, you know, as long as I hit a creature, it's kinda fine. This is not optimal hit, we wanted some big creature in the graveyard, but don't you worry, we'll get it. Overlord might flip, but we'll see. Our opponent is very aggressive here, and by very aggressive, I mean 2 damage on turn 3. It feels like a pure win. I'm so happy with the BANS, it's actually crazy, man. So do we go with this guy? We could get rid of Malcolm, but then we cannot reanimate anything on the next turn, so I honestly think we just go with this guy. I could go Carnosaur, remove this, and then reanimate it, but Atraxa is so much better. Like, you can reanimate Carnosaur, but why if you can reanimate something better? So let's go for the Faithful and give our opponent something to think about while we will prepare our Zombify. So obviously this is already the way to reanimate. They kinda need to, you know, answer it in some way. Maybe they can bounce Atraxa or something, but she still gives us so much value. And we'll see. If they are tapped, I will just cast Zombify, so we have this 1/1 in the board. Ivy, alright. So this will be a lot of pump spells to their creatures, so they can double them basically. Down to 13. Man, what an aggressive opening. 7 damage in like 4 turns. Oh, I'm so happy, man. I'm actually so happy. I wish we could discard this guy. Maybe we can still do it. We have 4 of, don't forget. Nope. Land for the next turn. Not the worst. And probably not the best. We'll hit something with Atraxa. Alright. They probably have stuff. So we can attack potentially. I mean, we cannot block anything, so let's go for it and see what happens. We can use this to reanimate stuff if they trade in some favorable way. Otherwise, we just deal 3 damage and we see what's up. This is probably some protection spell. Do we go with Zombify? There's no blue mana. I think Zombify should be safe. Let's go. It's the same mana cost as the Faithful, but this keeps the creature, and as you can see, they just cannot handle it. So, our opponent is going first, and I couldn't be more excited to be on the draw. Have you heard this one before? Duress? Oh, you meanie. Absolute meanie. It's Zombify, but we should have ways to get into the good stuff. We play the Wilds, because it will be a tap land, so, you know. I think we can replace it with Fabled Passage. I will probably talk in the outro a little bit about, you know, possible card choices, because I think that deck can absolutely be improved upon, but it still performs the... Bro, chill! Oh man, I was never so happy to get Duress into Heist, because I know I won't get Monstrous Rage trampled, you know? It just makes me happy on the inside, whatever happens. Like, it's a bubble of invulnerability, basically, after it. So what are the colors? We probably want to play something on turn 2. So let's go for the red mana. Bro, every time I take the mana, I get exactly the same color. It's fine. It's fine. Let's try to survive. Here we go. Yoink into the graveyard. Huh. Do you think they will do it the 3rd time? There is a chance. I think this could be an Annex turn though. So I will go like this. Did I just mess up? It's fine, I got another. It should be probably Ardyn. That was my idea, and then I started talking, and then I just got, oh, I have 2 lands, I don't need 2 lands. But it's fine. So whenever you see this wall, that means they are playing Annex, and it is a cut down, it seems. Or the 2nd Duress? Alright. Bro, they are going hard with this. First things first. Let's... Oh, we cannot attack here. Alright. Alright, we'll do it the hard way. Let's not, you know, do the same mistake twice. This is untapped, yep. Alright, so we will just try to prepare for the Zombify. We cannot attack on this turn. It's close. Because when they attack, it's already 8 damage potentially. And if we reanimate something, we get basically... I think we get 1 combat phase, right? I think you can start attacking separately. I think you can actually cheat this. Alright, we already have the Faithful. This was the missing piece. And we can draw a card. Yep, so this is actually really good. You know what? Let's play it and see. I could try to wait for the 5th round. But I don't think it's worth it. I think it's too much time wasted. And we just played this to draw a card. Because, you know, they got us to 0. So we discarded nothing, and now we draw a card. And that means they need to... Yeah, I think they will remove the Faithful. We cannot attack because, man, if not this wall, they would already die on the next turn, probably. Alright, they had it. Unfortunate, but we took some risks. And now every Zombify from the top is actually basically like a game where they need Annex right now. They are super behind because their top decks, except Annex, don't win the game. See, it's just a wall, like we can wait. And now, Do we do it again? I think I will chill, because with this, now every land is basically like a Zombify, because we played this into the second thing. And that means that if we hit Zombify, we win. If we hit a land, we win. So that's my idea. I really hope they won't get the last card. Oh, see? We would reanimate already. Do you think it's a removal? Okay, I think we need to go with it. Like, we don't have much time. They will go for level 3 and they will start getting insane card advantage from the next turn onwards. So we need to be ready to punch it. I hope this is not a removal. I'm banking on it. Yes? See? They know what happens. Alright guys, and some real talk, I've been checking the highest win rate decks because I was wondering what is the new best deck, and this actually really is number 1 right now, today, and I'm recording this video like 5 hours before you are seeing it, so this is legit fresh data from today as you are watching it. And we'll talk about all of this so you'll know what are the new best decks after bans. But before we go there, I actually have a huge favor to ask to you guys, especially the lurkers that don't comment usually. Because we made this reaction video on BANS yesterday, and I'll be honest, it kinda absolutely underperformed, and even though we had the great discussions and a lot of you, like, it felt like celebration, I know a lot of people didn't really click this video or didn't watch it through. So please tell me in the comments if you are one of those viewers, what maybe wasn't perfect, what I can improve, because I really care about making those videos as cool and fun as possible. I thought this is a really fun video and, you know, just wanted to talk through all of this, but there's definitely something I could do better, and you know, just tell me honestly what do you think about it and what could be improved and what maybe made you not watch the whole thing. So yeah, make sure to comment, especially if you don't comment usually. And I have my ideas, and obviously we are reacting without like camera, so we are going ultra hard mode on this one, but I think we can still make it cool. So guys, about this deck, I will show you the stats. This is literally number 1 win rate deck right now, and I think that this is absolutely not the final version for this deck. I see already a lot of improvements. I didn't want to change anything in this deck because you know, I want to show you the original thing, but we absolutely can change especially some lands, probably some choices for animation, and we can absolutely optimize this deck, but it seems that Reanimator is getting a little bit bigger than it was, and we'll see if this stays. Don't forget guys, this data could be inaccurate. We actually don't have even like, you know, 1,000 games, so it's not like rock solid stats. It could just be lower leaks, for example, or a lower MMR, so we still don't know, but this is the best I have right now for today. This is like the best data we get on day 1 of you know, after ban situation, and it's looking bright and it seems to be performing. I also ranked up with this one, but I didn't play too many games, so this stats is just simply, you know, more reliable. So obviously Ardyn seems to be a superstar, and I kinda understand why, because this is reanimation target that gives you 2 reanimation targets, which means that 1 removal doesn't cut it anymore unless they play it instantly. So this basically doubles your threats, which is super important, and the lifelink matters a lot. Also making 5/5 out of, for example, Kotis is super nice interaction I didn't see coming originally, and push and pull is a nice surprise tactic. However, on the land base, absolutely we are not using towns in any way, so for this one, Temple of Malice or actually the Survey land would be the best, because with Survey you can hit more, you know, graveyard targets, so this seems to be an instant optimization. You know, you just switch the cards from this and the capital to the Survey land. I don't remember, it's Rakdos Theater or something, I think. Pylons are fine. Evolving Walls could be probably Fabled Passage. I don't like Hall. I don't think it makes too much sense, so I would not use it at all. I would probably you know, change it to a land like Springs. We would go to 4 Springs and probably maybe some more lands that can provide mana, because I actually got some mana issues even on 2 colors, so we can make it better. Rogue's Passage is kinda cute. I kinda get the idea, because if you can get something to attack twice like Fear of Missing Out, it's very often game ender. Like, you know, twice attacks from Atraxa is like lethal. You have seen, it was in the one of the videos just without Rogue's Passage. So I kinda get the idea. Probably not the most optimal, but it kinda sometimes might work. And the rest of the deck is kinda what you expect. Zombify, Rakdos Joins Up, and Fatefuls. All of those are nice reanimation target. Fear of Missing Out, absolutely insane in this deck. Together with Bitter Reunion, that gives this haste and that makes all the difference. You can instantly swing. We didn't showcase Rakdos Joins Up too much, but it is one of the ways that you can also deal direct damage, because you have tons of legendaries. Actually, everything except what Carnosaur and of course the minions and the overlords is a legendary creature. So this definitely, you know, gives you a little bit of extra punch, but at the cost of higher mana and lower tempo a little bit. Fateful is also basically 5 mana reanimation unless you can set it up and avoid removal. But there will be less removal in standard a little bit for sure, because, you know, obviously the aggro decks got nerfed. So we will see how many removals we will be playing. And guys, after, you know, just initial impressions, sorry, you have seen the games. I'm just so happy, man. This is the best change we have seen in years to standard, and it actually fixed so many problems with this format, so it's looking really bright, and we'll be making all the decks with Final Fantasy cards. I actually want to replay all the decks we have showcased just without, you know, all the red decks. It just feels like a completely new format, and I'll be honest, we have all those new sets, right? And every set is like, alright, it's a new thing, we have new cards, but this feels like the biggest set ever released. It's just full new format, basically. I like this, you know, saying that someone mentioned, that if you don't ban those, let's say, 7 cards, you actually ban the rest of the cards in format, because you cannot use them because they are too weak. And it feels like this because suddenly we can see all the new cards, all the new decks. It felt like the whole format was unbanned in a way. So yeah, I'm super happy. I cannot wait to make more videos. And by the way, tell me if you want to see the old decks performing in the new ladder, in new standard, because they got basically a new life with Mono Red gone, at least in that form. And don't get me wrong, there will be Mono Red. It will be probably still very, very strong. It might even be the best deck of the format, but you will still get more turns to play your stuff, and it will feel like actual Magic a little bit more. Maybe even, you know, we won't mind red aggro. That would be the dream, and hopefully that's how it ends. We will see, alright? I'm not going over the top with this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for all the patrons that allow us to survive until the BANS, and we finally can enjoy all the new cards. And yeah, thank you guys for this. I hope you enjoyed the video, and tell me what you think in the comments. I love reading those, and it feels like like early Christmas for all of us. So thank you guys for watching, and see you tomorrow.